Today on The Good Stuff.
So we're making burgers, but we're putting a nice big South Asian twist on it.
It's a cheeseburger in paradise. Chef Dev brings big tandoori masala and green chutney flavors into a powerhouse Desi-style burger. Then, yes, you can have your cake and eat it too. Because my tiramisu cake is literally a piece of cake to make.
It's really good, really simple, and a total showstopper.
Plus,
it's so fun. It's such like a playful trend right now.
Sweet, savory, spicy. We're raising a glass to food-themed fashion, complete with some excellent accessories.
The show. I am so excited. Obviously, we are starting off in the kitchen today, but I don't know about you, but when summer hits, oh my gosh, those weekends approach, you start having more and more people over. So I always like to have a really nice dessert on the table. Now, when I serve dessert, a lot of my friends and family like a little bit of coffee with it. I don't understand that energy. I would never sleep. I do not get it, but I do like coffee in my desserts. So today I wanted to bring those two things together and show you how to make my tiramisu cake. Yes, it's very exciting. I will say, purists, please look away. This is not a tiramisu. It is not that classic Italian dessert with those lady fingers soaked in a delicious coffee syrup with that beautiful mascarpone, kind of like Zabagnon situation. This is like a delicious cake that's almost sort of like a coffee cake, which is kind of what tiramisu is. And then we've got a beautiful mascarpone topping on it. It's really good, really simple, and a total showstopper. So to get started on, I know, I'm very excited about it. Not that I haven't had too much coffee today. We're gonna add it into the dessert too. So I'm gonna get to work on the actual batter for that cake. So in my stand mixer here, I have got half a cup of room temperature unsalted butter. Now you could easily do this with a hand mixer. You could even do it by hand if you're looking for a little bit of a workout, but you do want to cream that butter a little bit and then add in some sugar. Now for the sugar, I'm going to do a mixture of white and brown sugar. That's going to give me like a little bit of a crisp on top of the cake, a bit of texture, and that brown sugar gives you that kind of molassesy flavor in the actual cake itself, which is totally delish. So I need half a cup of each of those. If you only had white sugar or only had brown sugar, you could totally just use that. I would use a full cup though. But add those babies in. We're going to get really nice flavor. And then you want to cream this together. And creaming is not a noun in this. There's actually no cream in this batter. It is actually a term for kind of beating butter and sugar or fat and sugar together just to bring a little bit of air into it. What's happening in this mixer is that butter is kind of beating up with that sugar. It's going to get a little bit of structure and air in there, and that sugar is almost going to dissolve a little bit. Typically when you are creaming things for a cake or a cookie batter, you do want to do this for about a minute or two just to let it get light and fluffy looking. But it's the summer, and I don't know about you, but when people are coming over, sometimes I don't think about making the cake early enough to have 1 to 2 minutes to cream this. So once it looks like it kind of comes together and it looks spreadable, like it's looking now, that's going to make a delicious cake. It will be a little airier if you did cream it fully for those about 2 minutes, but honestly, this will work out perfectly. I am going to scrape down the bowl a little bit just to get that butter and sugar incorporated. And then I'm going to start adding in my eggs. This is a classic cake batter that I use to make so many different types of what I call tea cakes. And a tea cake is like a single layer cake, not a double decker, not a giant kind of glorious monstrosity that you'd see at a wedding. This is a casual cake, and I like that. So in there, I'm going to add in 2 eggs, and I like to add them in one at a time. Because this mixture in the mixer right now is mainly fat, because we've got that butter, eggs are mainly water. So to make sure they emulsify together, that's why you want to add them one at a time. Kind of like when you're making salad dressing. You don't want to just dump everything all at once. You want to go low and slow so it emulsifies in. So add in that second egg as well. Already this smells amazing. Sugar and butter, what could go wrong? What a delight. All right. Now I am going to just scrape that off one more time just to get everything incorporated. Beautiful, beautiful. And then for some flavor, I'm going to toss in about 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. If you want to be fancy, you could buy that vanilla bean paste at a lot of grocery stores now. Very nice. You see those little specks, but I'm just going in straight vanilla extract. So about 2 teaspoons for that good vanilla flavor. And then for some richness and to add that kind of kind of moist coffee cake texture. I'm going in with a cup of sour cream. I love adding sour cream. I know, this is a good one. Sour cream in anything? Yes, please. In a cake? Definitely. So I'm gonna go in with that cup of sour cream. If you don't have sour cream, plain yogurt or vanilla yogurt would work as well. It would cut down a little bit on that fattiness, and the fat brings flavor, but it would still work really nicely as well. So I'm gonna beat that together as well, just to come together. And because you are putting in your sour cream, if your sour cream is cold from the fridge, it might get a little bit curdled looking, but that's okay. It will bake out. You're gonna be good to go. All right, that's looking wonderful. Now I'm gonna get to work on the dry ingredients for this delicious cake. So into a bowl, I'm gonna combine 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I know there's a flour called cake and pastry, but I really don't use it for cake or pastry. I actually don't know what I would use it for. All-purpose is perfect. It's got the right amount of gluten in there that'll give you a nice crumb, but it won't be too tough, kind of like bread, so that'll be delish. Now into there for those leaveners, those things that are gonna kind of puff up and give you that airy, delicious cake, I need 2 teaspoons of baking powder, as well as a teaspoon of baking soda. Since I have that sour cream in there, it's really nice and acidic. That baking soda is gonna react like that and almost make, remember when you were a kid and it was science class and you would make the volcanoes with the vinegar and baking soda? It's kind of what's happening in the cake, but with sour cream and baking soda, so arguably more delicious. Now, since there is a good amount of sugar in this batter as well, I do want to add in some salt. Now, a lot of recipes when you are making baking ingredients or baking recipes call for like a fine salt. To be honest, I always just use kosher. So I have half of a teaspoon of kosher salt here, and this is what kosher salt looks like. It's got bigger flakes. So this is not technically kosher, but it's used in the process of koshering meat because it helps draw moisture out. But the thing I like about it in sweet baking is you get little kind of like crunchers of salt throughout. So it balances that sweet and salty absolutely perfectly. If you were using something like a sea salt, like a fine sea salt, I would go with about a 1/4 teaspoon because it does tend to taste a little saltier. So give that a whisk together. And then I have got some chocolate here. So I've got a 1/3, yeah, right? Now I'm winning it. Now we're feeling it. I'm all about that sour cream, but y'all are chocolate people. So I've got a 1/3 of a cup of some chopped dark chocolate here. Any sort of chocolate you've got hanging around. I don't know, well, no, you're all chocolate people. You don't have chocolate hanging around. You're not like me. I got that chocolate bar in the cupboard and he's just chilling in there waiting to be used in this cake. I like to chop it up though as opposed to using something like a chocolate chip. A chocolate chip will work well, but you don't get those little tiny flakes throughout the whole cake. All right. So that's nice and mixed together, and you want to give that a good mix to make sure all of those dry ingredients and those leaveners are incorporated evenly. So now I'm just going to add all of that dry into the wet. And just give that a beat together just until it comes together. At this point, this is where you can technically overmix your cake. Since we are using flour, all-purpose flour, it has gluten in it. And gluten actually doesn't kind of come together until you introduce something liquidy. So this is where the gluten starts producing. So once the batter reaches here, stop. You're gonna see a little bit of that flour around the edges, but I like to finish it by hand at this point. That ensures that I don't overwork it. I don't end up with weird tiramisu bread, which doesn't actually sound terrible, but it is not what I'm going for right now. So give that a scrape, pop that baby off of there, perfect. There you go, nailed it. She's strong, it's fine. And then I'm just gonna scrape all of this batter, finish that mixing up a little bit, and I'm gonna scrape this batter into a prepared 9-inch round cake pan. You could do this in a square pan as well. I do an 8 or a 9-inch. I've just sprayed it with a little bit of non-stick cooking spray. This recipe also works if you want to double it up. I would not triple it though if you're going for a big tall cake because it does tend to get a little bit more overworked. It's harder to mix everything in. Doubled though, if you're looking for a double layer, feel free. Just gonna add that in there. Spread that out nice and even. And since this is almost like a coffee cake, it's a thicker batter. So it's gonna rise up, it's gonna stay nice and moist and be totally delish. But I'm gonna pop that into my 350-degree oven just for about 30 to 35 minutes. It bakes up pretty quickly for a cake. It's gonna smell absolutely amazing. But I hear all those tiramisu fans out there being like, Mary, there's no coffee in that cake. You're calling it a coffee cake because it's kind of that texture with that sour cream and that richness. But here is where the coffee comes in. Just like when you're making a tiramisu where you make like a coffee syrup that you dunk those ladyfingers in, we're gonna make a coffee simple syrup. So the first thing I have is a 1/4 cup of sugar. I'm gonna add that on into a bowl. And a simple syrup is just equal parts sugar and some sort of liquid. Usually water. You can do different things as well. I'm gonna go for coffee. Now, I don't know about you, but when I make a pot of coffee in the morning, I tend to have some left over. Surprising, because I do have a lot of energy, but I do not actually drink that much coffee. So I have got here some coffee from my old, percolator. I need about a 1/4 cup. Measure it out from your favorite Good Stuff mug, and you're good to go. Pop that in, and you just want to bring that to a simmer just until that sugar dissolves. That should take about 2 to 3 minutes, and you are going to get the most delicious sweet coffee syrup that we are going to put on that cake once it's baked. But when we come back, we're going to finish the syrup off and then make a delicious whipped mascarpone topping to go on top. So stick around. Today because summer weekends to me just spell delicious little no-fuss desserts. So today I am showing you how to make my wonderful tiramisu cake. Now I know I'm very excited about it. Smelling good in here. Now tiramisu traditionally is a delicious mixture of lady fingers. There's a mascarpone filling. They're soaked in some coffee syrup. There's usually a little bit of booze in there. It is out of control and so delicious, but it can be a little bit tricky to make. So I wanted to take those flavors of a classic tiramisu, but put it into a cake. I love a single layer cake. Gone are the days that I care about a big old tall cake. I just want one layer, cream on top, and you're done. To me, that just spells summer, am I right? I'm feeling it. Yes. Now, in this pot, before the break, I started making a coffee simple syrup. So I've got a combination of a 1/4 cup of sugar, as well as a 1/4 cup of just leftover coffee from the morning pot. That has been coming up to a simmer, and as you can see, there's none of that sugar left. It is all dissolved, so that is a perfect coffee simple syrup. That, in like a espresso martini, my friend calls it a spro, would be absolutely delicious. But I'm gonna make this now into that delicious tiramisu kind of situation. So I'm gonna turn off the heat, and then I'm gonna add in a couple of different flavor boosters. So the first thing I need is a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I like to do this off the heat, because the vanilla extract, fun fact, mainly alcohol. So if you put it into a hot syrup, that is gonna basically boil off immediately, and you're not gonna get those flavors. So do that off the heat, and you're good to go. Now, I did mention earlier, tiramisu often has a little bit of something boozy in it. So in this mixture, you wanna add in a tablespoon of either Marsala wine, absolutely delish, or if you've just got some dark rum hanging around, why not pop a little bit of that in there? It's gonna give you that molasses flavor that's gonna mimic the sugar that's going on in that cake. So just about a tablespoon, or for all those cocktail heads, 1/2 ounce into there. Give that a stir. Now, if you wanted to make this for maybe someone who's not drinking or someone who's younger, feel free to actually boil that off. Add that alcohol in earlier with that coffee, bring it to a simmer, and that'll cook off that alcohol. Again, I'd keep that vanilla, though, in later. Now, that is smelling amazing. It's gonna cool a little bit to room temp. While that gets going, I'm gonna get to work on that delicious mascarpone kind of whipped situation that we're gonna put on top of that cake. I know. My favorite summer memories are being at the cottage, eating like that angel food cake you got at the grocery store that was so hard to get out of that plastic for some reason thing, with a little bit of whipped cream and strawberry. So this is kind of that, but grown up and with a coffee. So into here, I'm gonna combine 1/2 cup of mascarpone cheese. Mascarpone cheese is like Italian cream cheese. It's really creamy, it's so delicious, and I absolutely love it. If you did not have mascarpone, you could swap this out with cream cheese. Again, do not tell anyone who's a tiramisu purist, because they'll come at me, and that's fine. So I'm just popping that into my mixer. And for that cream, I'm going in with a cup of heavy whipping cream. You need to use heavy whipping cream, something that's 35% or over. Otherwise, it's not gonna whip up into whipped cream. So add that on in. And then I'm gonna go in with 3 tablespoons of icing sugar. If you don't have icing sugar on hand, regular sugar will work too. 3 tablespoons is all you need, though, because I don't want this to be ultra sweet. I want it to be kind of like adult sweet, if that makes sense. Now I'm going in with a teaspoon of vanilla, as well as another tablespoon of that delicious rum. Again, if you're using Marsala wine, feel free, but add that right on in. And then you just want to whip that just until it holds stiff peaks. When I am whipping cream and I want it to last, I like to do it on medium speed, not high. High speed will get you that whipped cream quicker, but the bubbles will be a little bit big, so they'll run the risk of popping and getting weepy. So if you do it on medium speed, kind of low and slow, that's gonna whip up beautifully and give you like stable whipped cream, which is fantastic. In fact, it's so stable that we made some earlier, which is great. So I have got some here, and I also have this amazing looking cake. Like, look at that. It kind of looks like the world's biggest chocolate chip cookie, which is a delight. I've got that beautiful whipped mascarpone situation, and then I also have some cooled syrup back here. So what I want to do with this is where we go kind of more into that like dunking the ladyfingers territory. I'm going to get a fork. You don't have to do this, but it makes it a little easier. And I'm just going to poke holes all into this cake. So basically kind of look like you're ruining it, but that's okay. This is similar to, my mom used to make this cake out of boxed cake. She would bake up a chocolate boxed cake, poke holes in it, pour a can of sweetened condensed milk on it, and then a jar of caramel sauce. And then she put whipped cream on top, and she called it a score cake. I don't know where the score thing came from. It was delicious. So there's a little nod to Myra Berg here. Now I'm gonna get some of that beautiful syrup and just spoon it over that cake. You want it to go into those holes. You want it to just absorb into that cooled cake. If some of it pools around the side, that will just absorb in. This is gonna give you that coffee flavor that you're looking for. If you want to as well, you can do this while it's in the pan and really let it soak up, almost like a dulce de leche cake. Oh my gosh. This is where you lose me, because I'm just gonna keep doing this until the cows come home. It smells so good. You smell that little bit of rum in there, that molassesy flavor. So you do that just until all of that syrup is used up and soaked in. Then we're gonna get that beautiful whipped mixture that we made. Pop that right on top, just like a big old dollop. This is how we do it. And this is the trickiest part, is not touching it too much. I always just wanna keep futzing with it, but just a little bit of a swipe with an offset or an upside down spoon or something, and you have got a beautiful looking cake. And the best part is, if you do make any mistakes and it starts to look a little sad, just like with a regular tiramisu, a little bit of some cocoa powder right on top, dusted over, will look absolutely amazing. And then finally, I know, should I put a little more chocolate on it? Yeah. Okay, cool, okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a couple of delicious little chocolate shavings. So I've got my chocolate right over here, and I'm just gonna scooch this a little forward and then pull this a little back. And this is how I like to get my chocolate shavings. So get a clean kitchen towel, pop it up against your hip, almost like you're cool, like you're a dad with a cell phone belt, okay? And then grab your chocolate bar, pop it against your hip here, and then grab a knife and just pull it against you. This is gonna end up, you're gonna see in just a sec, with perfect little chocolate shavings right on the side of your knife. They look absolutely stunning. And then you just pop those right on top of your cake. Looking so nice, so flaky. They're a little staticky, and they're gonna be absolutely delicious. That to me looks like summertime dinner party. You absolutely nailed it, so let's give it a taste. Okay. Oh my gosh. The cake is tender and moist and like totally delicious. That little bit of syrup just leaking through. Okay. She's feeling pumped. I'm gonna give this a taste. And, you know, getting that summer weekend vibe going. When we come back, we got more deliciousness and more fun, so stick around.
It's so fun. It's such like a playful trend right now. So I think if you feel like your wardrobe is boring, why not add a fruit-themed dress? Yes. A little print in your closet.
Totally trending this summer. Pair them with a cocktail and maybe your very own Alexis Hans, and you've got yourself a fun-filled soiree. Hey, Alexis.
That's right. I want to invite.
Oh, yeah. Alexis is getting invited to all the fruit-themed soirees.
And I've got the clothing to go with it. It's so fun. It's such like a playful trend right now. So I think if you feel like your wardrobe is boring, why not add a fruit-themed dress? A little print in your closet, and it's a conversation starter.
Yeah, totally.
Because like, everybody, even backstage here, was like, ooh, I love your dress, you know? So they want to talk about it.
Totally.
So I think it's really fun.
And speaking of talking about things, I'm obsessed with your dress. Why can I have it?
This one I picked up first because I knew we were doing a fruit theme segment coming up. And this is H&M. It's really cute. Yes. But I came with accessories, okay? Look at this fun. See, isn't this fun? This is from Anthropology. A little wicker bag here, the shape of lemon.
So cute. Oh my gosh.
Pair it with your great cocktail like we're going to do today, and you're good to go.
And you're good to go. Okay, so tell us what we're doing today.
Okay, so I thought it'd be fun to, get a little inspiration because we all have little parties to go for. We're getting more social in the summer, which is so great. So let's find some inspiration in a good drink, whether it be a cocktail or mocktail, and then I'm going to show you how to kind of play with that with your clothes.
Okay, cool.
Should we start with cherries?
It is cherry season. I'm very into it. Yeah.
It is cherry season, and I really wanted to show it because it's essential for me in the summer. I have such good memories. I didn't grow up in Kelowna, but I'd go there every summer.
Yeah.
So I'd have like a whole bowl full of cherries. They're so delicious. So they're really playful prints. I'm going to show you on Elizabeth.
Okay.
A cute little cherry dress.
Cute. Come on out. Woo.
I'll give this to you while we wait.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Elizabeth, and we all have the little cocktail.
Actually, that's true. I passed it around. Here we go. Beautiful. Okay. I kind of went overboard with the cherries because that's what you just have one. You don't want to stop. Okay. So actually, we have these cute little cherry earrings on her, and then we have the cherry dress, which is from Reformation. And what I love about it, they almost look like you could go to the dollar store and buy a little patch. So if you don't want to buy your own, you can get fruit patches and do a little DIY yourself. This is just little patches made on the dress. And what I love about the dress is it's white, so it's nice and bright, but it's also a simple shift dress. So you're not going to go like too outside your comfort zone and just play with the print. Ended it with the essential denim jacket, which I think is like a must-have for anybody, any style.
I love the fact that the look now is a little bit bulkier, like it's a little baggier.
Yeah, I know. Everybody has that fitted denim jacket in their closet, and that might be a little tidbit dated.
Yeah.
So just size up. And then this one's from Zara. I just love the little faded detail to it as well. Spring jackets, you can wear darker ones in fall, winter. Light wash denim looks great in spring and summer. And then just finish it off with a cherry bag from Revolve. Cute little handheld bag there. And then a mule, because I just think there's like a retro vibe going here, and a little bit of a mule kind of closes off the look.
Yeah.
Plus it's silver, so it's a metallic. It'll go in your closet for years, and you can mix it and match it with whatever you have already in your closet as well too. And those are from Marshalls.
So cute. And Elizabeth, as per usual, looking awesome.
Taking a sip.
Cheers to you, Elizabeth. So good. Okay.
Oh, it's delicious.
Not too shabby. All right, now next up, what are we moving on to?
So we're going to move to a fruit cocktail, which I think is so fun. This one was inspired from the dress because it's so fabulous.
Right.
But what I love about it is just like mixture of color and textures and patterns and prints. Everything anything that's in your fridge can go into a fruit cocktail.
Just
that kind
like
of thing.
this.
And same with the dress. So yeah, have a little one. And now that I see it with an umbrella, I feel like I should have got her an umbrella.
This is giving me, one time I went to, the first time I ever got a free drink was at, I was at a restaurant with my Aunt Joni, and she parked herself at the bar, and I got Shirley Temples all night. It was awesome. All right,
I love it.
So what are we gonna see?
Let's see Chin in this beautiful cocktail-inspired dress. Here she comes.
Oh, this is so pretty. Oh, cute. Cheers to Chin.
This is your first rodeo. Yeah. So let's start with her earrings, if we can show them really quick, because they're like little martini, little cocktail earrings. They even have olives on them.
So cute.
Like on the little toothpick, which is so fun. So even if you're not buying your dress, you don't want to invest in that kind of thing, you can still play with your accessories, which is still really fun. And if you start a party, you want to talk to her about her earrings.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that purse.
The purse is a pineapple purse from Revolve. It's so cute. Doesn't fit a lot, so you're gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
Your debit card and your lipstick, and then the dress. This is Love and Lemons. So if you know that brand, they're such a playful, fun brand, and they really play with like ruffles and everything in the fall. And in summer, they just have the best prints. So as you can see, there's starfish, oysters, strawberries. We got martinis and cocktails on there too. So it's kind of like everybody's jam all in one
There's
dress.
a ravioli on the dress. Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
It's so cute. Again, it's got that white base print, which just kind of keeps it really fresh for summer. And then I just kept it really simple with this beautiful yellow sandal from Zara. Simple straps again, but as you'll notice, simple shapes with the dresses because you really want the print to pop.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Chin, you look so cute in this. With that tiny umbrella, you're ready to go.
Totally.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Chin. Great job. That was so cute.
That was so cute.
I cannot even deal. Next up, we're getting a little spicy because I like a spicy cocktail.
I literally picked this one for you because I know you like spice. I found the dress with like red hot chili peppers, which is so fun.
Love the food, hate the band, but cool. yeah.
So what I wanted to show is sometimes these are like fun and fruity, but sometimes you feel like your style is more edgy.
Yeah.
And I feel like the spicy red pepper has that. So we're going to show you a dress in that, but this just looks delicious.
I
So
know.
I'm just gonna
Cheers to you.
right there with the salt, really beautiful.
Okay.
And we're going to bring out Sam in my favorite red hot chili pepper dress.
Ooh, okay. Oh, so edgy.
I was thinking even a spicy margarita you could pair with this.
Yeah.
This is so cute. So I paired it with a red blazer because I kind of wanted to put it for day, but it's a really great dress that you can dress up or down. And you'll see this is from Reformation, the dress, and it's just a nice. It just doesn't overwhelm you.
No.
You know what I mean? It's got that beautiful red color to it, which is a great way to add color to your wardrobe as well.
Yeah.
But why I wanted to show it, it has that beautiful black background in the dress. So this is a little bit more versatile. You can wear it into fall. Doesn't have to be purely a summer dress. I think you mentioned earlier.
I was going to say, you could throw a little turtleneck underneath
turtleneck and tights.
Yeah.
And you can kind of mix it in for different seasons. And I love pairing a short dress with a chunky sandal because sometimes you put it on with a high heel and you just feel like, who am I? Where am I going?
Yeah.
Okay. So it kind of makes it more daytime and it makes it very cool girl. So if you have a shorter dress and you feel you can only wear it for events, pair it with a flat sandal. You'll be surprised. You can get a ton more wear out of it, and those are from Zara.
Oh, I love it, Sam. You look so good. I'm obsessed with this dress. Keeping it spicy. Alexis, fantastic
Delicious.
job.
Thank you.
Totally delicious. And in case, audience, you're getting a little hungry after all that fashion food talk, thanks to Made with Local, you're all going home with their snack bar. We gotta take a quick break and we'll be right back. That was so cute.
So we're making burgers, but we're putting a nice big South Asian twist on it.
Oh.
It's a beautiful cornucopia of warm spices.
Yeah.
And it's floral, and it's got bite and edge.
Yeah.
And we make it like this.
We are outside on the patio, and my bud, Chef Dev, is amping up our summer burger game. Hey, Chef Dev, how are you?
Thank you so much for having me back. I'm good, and you?
Oh my gosh, I'm doing fantastic, and now you're here, so it's smelling extra delicious.
You said amp up, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
I always want to take burgers and take my food to the next level and Chef Dev it up. So that's what we're doing today.
I love it. So what are we making today?
So we're making burgers, but we're putting a nice big South Asian twist on it, which we talk about in my book.
Yeah.
So we're going to start off with the tandoori seasoning. I'm usually on those.
Listen, I was going to say, Chef Dev is always traveling, so the planes are coming for him.
Exactly.
You're good to go. Okay.
So we're going to start with the tandoori masala.
Oh, beautiful.
It's a beautiful cornucopia of warm spices.
Yeah.
And it's floral, and it's got bite and edge.
Yeah.
And we make it like this.
Okay, I love this. What are we doing?
We're going to start with some chili powder into the bowl. Coriander.
Beautiful.
And everyone has to memorize this at home, okay?
Okay, it's going to be a test later?
That's it.
Cool.
Cardamom, ginger.
Ginger.
We have some cumin.
Okay.
We have black pepper.
Beautiful.
We have cinnamon. We have your entire pantry at home.
Yeah, literally, just empty it out.
Some turmeric. And what is mace?
What is mace? Mace is the outside of nutmeg, and nutmeg is my personal favorite thing.
That's exactly it. We call it Javitri.
Oh.
So that's exactly what it is. It's pretty fierce looking,
So
right?
it's gnarly. It looks kind of like snakes. It's weird.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is beetroot powder. Now, traditionally in tandoori seasoning, a lot of applications will call for food coloring. We're not going to do that today.
Oh, I love that.
Beet powder, not much of a flavor transfer, but we get that punchy red.
Nice, and any of that flavor would just be kind of earthy. Now,
That's it.
What is this?
My favorite, kasuri methi.
Oh, okay.
You gotta smell it. This
Okay.
is fenugreek leaves.
Okay.
It's critical in South Asian cuisine,
Oh my
and
God.
it's in my masala daba. I use it all the time.
It smells like fresh cut grass.
It's celery and maple-ish.
Yes. Oh, it is celery-like. Yeah. Oh my God, that's amazing.
So that goes in here. We mix this all around, and this builds our tandoori seasoning.
Okay, fantastic.
And once this is done, we're gonna saute up some onions. Like caramelized onions on a burger is fire, but with this seasoning, it's gonna be even better.
Okay,
so
cool.
onions are caramelizing here.
And I love the fact that you can do this all over the barbecue if you want.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is one-stop shop. We don't have to worry about an oven or a portable burner or anything. Everything's here.
Amazing.
And we want these to bloom. These spices are raw.
Yeah.
Very important that we cook them out just a little bit here.
Okay.
So I give this a quick saute, and we let this just keep bubbling away, and the smell is wild.
This is when your neighbors start asking for invites to your barbecues, though.
Absolutely.
So you gotta like your neighbors to make this, because they will be smelling it like 3 blocks over.
So wonderful, yeah?
Oh my gosh, that smells amazing.
Can you put this on a flip-flop? It would taste good.
I for sure would eat that,
okay.
yeah.
So that's done.
Okay.
Now we're gonna move on to our burger.
Burger.
Now, we don't put salt into burgers because
salt draws moisture out, gives you a dry burger.
But dry spices we can do, right?
Yes.
So we're gonna add in our chili powder.
And what type of meat are we using here?
We're using 80-20 ground beef.
Nice, okay.
You can do more fat content if you want, but it might be flare-ups.
I think the flare-ups, I also find the fat melts off and the burgers shrink. So you end up with really, really small burgers. So I like that kind of like lean-ish.
So we're using the 80-20, and then we have the garlic powder, the cumin, the coriander.
Okay.
We have black pepper.
Beautiful.
We go in here and we mix this all up.
Yep.
But we don't have time for that right now.
No, we
so we
don't.
have our finished burgers. Why did we indent it in the middle?
So I find sometimes when you indent, if you don't indent, you get a meatball. And you don't want a meatball when you're looking for a burger. That helps because that ground meat contracts, goes up, meatball.
And we want a nice even cook. Exactly.
Now, wait, are we going to season those
We're
up?
definitely going to season these up.
Yeah.
And we're going to put extra because, as we both know, we're going to lose a lot of this onto the grill.
This is something I feel like people are going to be like, that's too much salt, but most of it falls off, like you're saying.
More.
We're going more.
More,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
So I'm going to drop this onto our pre-greased grill.
Nice.
And obviously the top side's seasoned, so
Yeah.
we're going to go season side down and come and season the other side.
Nice. I'll come in with the salt. That
Love-
smells so good. Oh my gosh. And also that sound is what we're looking for.
Exactly, the sizzle. Now, Mary, we can do like a traditional straight up salt and pepper burger,
Yeah.
and I love those. And there's a time and place for those.
Totally.
But for me, I just like to kick it up every now and then. It's nice to do something different. It's nice to turn heads at that get together.
So we've got the burgers, they're going to turn heads. We got those onions, they're going to turn heads. But I feel like you're not done with the flavors.
Color, herbaceousness,
Yeah.
vibrancy, we need it.
Yeah.
Green chutney.
Ah.
Okay, so we have a bunch of ingredients that we're going to throw into our blender. We
Okay.
have some yogurt in here, a little bit of spices. We're going to go in and add some mint.
Okay.
And some, as I take the lid off, because we already started this a little bit, it's like pow.
Oh my gosh.
In the face,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We can go ahead and you can blend this up for me.
All right.
This also has some yogurt in there.
Yeah.
It gives it a nice creaminess, tanginess, and body.
Beautiful.
When we go to South Asian Indian restaurants, you know, when I'm traveling through Pakistan,
Yeah.
a lot of places you go to eat, they'll have green chutney already sitting on the table.
Totally.
Okay, and it's a beautiful thing because it adds a lot of freshness to your dish.
Yeah.
And this plays off the spices that are everywhere really well.
Totally. It totally balances everything.
And here we have our finished green chutney,
Oh my
which
gosh.
is just in here.
Yeah.
And I think we have to assemble.
Oh, yeah, we got to assemble.
We got to assemble.
Everyone wants to see this burger get made.
Should we do it right up front
Yeah,
here?
let's do it up front.
Okay, so we have our toasted bun.
Now, you must be toasted, right?
If you're not toasting your buns, don't return my calls.
Get out of here.
Okay?
Yeah.
So we have, let me grab a different spatula because
All right.
that one had the raw meat, and
Okay,
I know
perfect.
people are watching,
I know
right?
people are watching for
Before
it.
I do that,
Yeah.
let's dress it up a little bit.
Okay, cool, let's do it.
Okay, because I know we have a few moves to do. So we have our chopped masala mayo.
Oh,
We can apply
nice.
that to top and bottom.
Top and bottom. Now you're speaking my language.
And chopped masala is a beautiful, it's another spice blend that's wonderful. Cumin, coriander, ginger, fennel. It can have a bunch of ingredients, but really the umchur, which is dried green mango powder. We talked about that twang.
You know what?
That acidity.
It gives it the acidity. I'm eating a
It's
weird
so
amount of mayo.
good. Like this mayo, I want to rub it all over my body.
This is what you put on after you shower for moisture.
It's so good. So that goes on top and bottom. We're
Okay.
going to come in with our beautifully washed butter lettuce.
Beautiful,
We'll do
beautiful.
some tomato on top. Let's do the patty.
Tomato on top of the patty. Okay. Oh, I like that we put cheese on still. We're not missing the cheese.
I'm a big cheese guy.
Yeah.
You can use whatever cheese you like as long as it's melting cheese. I think that's the play here.
I'm literally just standing here eating mayo.
We-
And I'm thrilled.
we need a couple toppings.
Yes.
So I think the tomato would be a really nice base.
Beautiful.
And we're going to do a little bit of salt on that tomato,
You
a little
gotta
bit of
get it.
pepper. Our tandoori spiced onions, our caramelized onions, if they're not going on your burger, run them through mac and cheese, run them through pasta, top them into your salad, have fun with it.
Oh my gosh, yes,
Okay?
please. Yes, please.
They can go literally anywhere. Grilled cheeses, quesadillas, eggs, like everything.
Eggs would be amazing. Oh my gosh, look at that.
That goes on top,
Stunning.
and then we'll have a nice spoon. I can use this spoon right here
Yeah,
because it's
yeah.
nice and dry.
Nice.
And we have our green chutney.
Oh my gosh.
Like the flavor in this is just, it's going crazy right now.
It is. I'm going in for a little bit of this chutney too. Let's give this
You're
a
going to
taste.
get that freshness, that vibrancy. This screams summer. It screams barbecue. It screams chilling.
Oh my gosh.
I'm a saucy, wet food kind of guy.
I'm a saucy gal.
So we're going to add a little bit more. And then here is my desi cheeseburger, and I want everyone at home to make it and make this for your loved ones and
Yeah.
make people happy and you know, make your neighbors jealous.
That's the thing, and then invite them over. Chef Deb, absolutely amazing job. It smells ridiculously good out here, and we are outside in Toronto, which sometimes doesn't smell good, but it smells good right
Sure
here.
does.
Fantastic job, Chef Deb. Amazing. We got to take a quick break. We'll be right back. That was so good, honey. Is here to help get your patio in tip-top shape for the summer. Hey, Lori.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Okay, so I'm very excited about this because in the summertime, I'm not a activity outside person, but I'm a sitting outside person.
I am totally with you because I am outside in my egg chair on my balcony, just totally enjoying some good summer reads.
Yes.
But before I could do that, I had to make sure that I cleaned up the place.
That's the tricky thing. I find with my patio, I'll just walk outside. Maybe I don't have shoes on, maybe whatever. And you don't realize how gunky it can be.
It is so gunky, so dirty.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy how dirty it gets over the seasons.
Yeah, totally, totally. So you're going to start with a couple different things where we can like easily kind of spick and span up our patios. And we're going to start with windows.
Yes. So I live in a condo, and I have to say, this is a really great representation of what I have to deal with. So whether you have patio doors, this could work in the house too, but you know, it just gets so much dirt over the season.
Yeah.
And we need to clean it up so we can look outside and be like, oh, it looks so beautiful
You
outside.
enjoy the sun from inside and then not the dirty from outside.
Exactly.
Yes.
Because honestly, looking at this, I'm like, I'm not inspired.
I was like, no.
So, you know, I love a gadget.
You do love a gadget.
I love a gadget, so I'm going to bring you something new today.
Okay.
Okay, so we are going to make, in our spray bottle, we're going to clean this up. We are going to add some water.
Okay. Now we're testing my skills. Ooh, that was pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, that was good.
Perfect.
I'm thrilled.
And then
Yeah.
we're going to add in, you don't have to add this whole thing in, just a little bit of vinegar.
All right. I love that because I grew up in a house where we used a lot of that streak-free stuff, which is great, but vinegar does the trick.
Yeah. And then just a little bit, a couple of squirts.
A couple of squirts.
Not
like
too
1,
generous.
2, 3, like
Perfect.
that.
Okay. So we're going to add this on.
This is exciting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is a little different, right?
Yeah.
So this is actually a window vacuum.
Oh.
Yeah. So we're going to shake this up.
Okay.
So get it on tight, shake it up. And then I'm going to have you mist.
Okay.
So we're going to mist it because this is like a multifunctional situation
this
here.
is great.
Okay. And I love this because it also has this microfiber pad.
Yeah.
And then you're going to just rub it in. So rub it. Let's just get that dirt up. Look at that. Already you can see.
Oh, this is very satisfying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cleaning is very satisfying.
It really
right?
is.
You look at the before, the middle, and then the after. Okay. And then from there, right, so we've got, this looks good already.
It's looking good. It's a little
What
like...
we're going to do is we're going to take the window vacuum.
I'm sorry.
The window vacuum.
Vacuum for your window.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We're going to turn it on.
Okay.
And it really is like a squeegee. Right?
Oh.
And then you're going to hold it down.
Okay.
And just slowly. Look at that.
Oh, y'all, I do not know if there's a good enough shot for you to be as impressed as I am right now, but I am so impressed.
We're going to show a really good after. There's like a before and after happening here.
Oh
but
my.
see how easy that was?
Can you use this in your house too, like in your shower?
You can use this. Yes. I just renovated my shower, and now I have a shower screen. Look at that.
Do you see the difference? Like, can you, in the audience, they can see. It is wild. Oh my God,
Yeah,
that
you can
is
totally see. And the great thing is you can use that on your mirrors. You can use that inside in the mirror. I mean, on the glass surfaces that you have.
Yeah.
And then you can just customize.
Yeah.
So super easy.
This is fantastic. I never knew I needed a window vacuum.
Right?
But Lori leaves, and I'm like, I got to get a new gadget for my house. Oh my gosh. And also really nice and light.
It's very light.
Yeah.
Super easy
Oh
to
my
maintain
gosh.
as well.
Everyone is going on the internet and getting a window vacuum after this.
Yeah.
All right, now next up, we're going to talk about patio cushions because this is an issue. I sometimes leave mine out, and then a squirrel will find it.
You are not alone.
Okay.
You are not alone. One of the things is that patio cushions, they really are durable. They're meant to be left outside.
Yeah.
But the thing is, as you can see,
It's a little gungy.
they're a little dirty.
Yeah.
Right? So we got to clean this up. Okay. So I'm sure you're very familiar with this.
The pot lid. This has nothing to do with patios. Yeah.
You would think so, but this is actually a viral trend.
Okay.
A viral hack that we saw on TikTok. So I have a little warm soapy water.
Okay.
So we have a microfiber, so you could dunk that in there.
Okay. Just a classic microfiber, nothing special?
Nothing special. And then
Okay.
just wring it out.
Okay.
And then what we're going to do, take that from you, is we are going to wrap this around.
Oh.
And we've just made a little DIY scrubber.
Oh my gosh.
Very easy.
Do you know what? Because that's the thing. If you try to use a microfiber, it bunches up when you do it on something kind of sticky.
Exactly. Look
Oh
at that.
my
Look at
gosh.
that. Look at that. Try it yourself.
This is...
And the best thing is, you could potentially do this inside on your couches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You obviously want to make sure that you're very cognizant. Look at that.
That is amazing.
And this didn't look that dirty,
no,
right?
it did not. I was like, Lori, you got to bring us something dirty if you want us to clean
No.
it. Ooh.
dirty. But still super easy. That was fast to scrub that off, right?
That was amazing. I truly know what my weekend plans are now.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So finally, we are going to move on to the floors. This is the area where I go out. I don't have my shoes on. I realize they're dirty once I get back inside.
Exactly. So we want to avoid this. And you know, whether you have like concrete or you have something like this, whatever the different type of texture or surface that you have, you got to clean it, right?
Totally.
Especially if you want to go out bare feet.
Yeah.
So what I love is this Libman push broom.
Okay.
And this is like super lightweight. You could like totally feel it.
Oh, yeah.
It's like lightweight. But what I love about it is like the first step is we're going to want to like clean off the debris, the dirt, the debris. So we're going to go, we're going to clean it off.
Quick little sweep. Okay.
Right. But we also need to like get in there. And the one thing that if you have a pressure washer, you could totally go and pressure wash, but not everyone has access to a pressure washer, the water.
The hose hookup.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I live in a condo, I can't do it, so this is exactly what I do.
Okay.
Right? So we're gonna go in and we're gonna get rid of the dirt, but we wanna give it a good washing.
Yeah.
So here we have a little bucket.
Okay. Oh, this is fun. This feels like I'm on a ship.
I want to be good.
Okay.
Right? And then we want to give it a really good scrubbing, right?
Yeah.
If you like ASMR, this is it. Okay. So here we are. We're cleaning it off. We can come in and we could put another little bit of water just to splash it away.
Yeah.
But what's magical about this functional broom is that it actually has a squeegee.
Oh.
So if you need to just kind of like get rid of the water, because you can't like maybe put it over the balcony.
The balcony could go on your basement neighbor.
Or exactly, and they'll be like really upset.
Yeah.
You can then go through and then squeegee
it
Look
off.
at that. It also kind of makes it not so wet anymore.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Lori. That is fantastic. What a quick way to do that too.
Yes.
And you feel like a pirate.
You do.
Yeah. Lori, that was absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for keeping our patio so spick and span.
Thank you.
Great job. Oh my gosh, I gotta get on the window vacuum now. We gotta take a quick break, but we'll be right back. Lori, that was so good. This is wild. If you're looking for beach-inspired recipes that will quickly become your new summer faves, check this out.
Hi Mary, I'm Freddie. I'm Evan, and we're co-founders of Heydays here at the June Motel. Today we're going to be making our famous charred broccoli Caesar. Come on with us while we show you how it's done. We just published a cookbook called Heydays at the June Motel Beachtown Classics. It includes all the favorites from our restaurant, including the charred broccoli Caesar.
We're going to start with the dressing. Lovely finely grated garlic. Lemon juice. Worcestershire sauce. Dijon mustard. Black pepper. Mayonnaise.
When we're chopping up the broccoli, we always want to leave a little bit of surface area here, so when we're putting it down in either the barbecue after it's been lightly oiled, or a cast iron pan, you get a little bit of surface area, so you get a good little piece of char on it.
Cook the broccoli, we're going to let it cool down just a little bit, and then we're going to mix it with the dressing.
Just evenly spreading out the charred and coated broccoli onto our little plates here.
We're going to do a little seed mixture. We got hemp hearts, white sesame, black sesame, and crispy shallots.
Do a little generous helping of finely grated Parmesan on top, almost like a little cloud. Thanks for stopping by Heydays at the June Motel, Mary. Have a great day.
Thank you so much, Evan and Fred. That charred broccoli Caesar looks amazing. And thanks to Evan and Fred, you're all going home with a copy of their cookbook, Heydays at the June Motel Beachtown Classics. That is our show for today. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time for more of the good stuff.